Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Well, a little bit of good news. First of all, the 3 new baby Rhode Island Reds I put out here, I put the other one that survived the dog attack over here with them. They're all getting along great and they're all doing well. And I did manage to catch the number 10 black sex link. And I had to do it at night while it was roosted. It roosted where I could get to it, and I reached in with my net and got it. So I did manage to catch it. So now I've got 10 black sex links. So that's good news. Sue is doing well. Junior's doing well. I could tell they both took some beating, but they're both doing well. The baby turkey is doing pretty good. It's still got a few injuries, but this teenage rooster, he really hasn't been moving much. I picked him up from over there in the corner and put him over here by the waterer so he could stick his beak in and get some water. But guys, he stood up after I put him down there, but that's it. He's pretty much just laying in one spot. So I don't know if he's going to make it. He's definitely fighting hard to make it. But I have not seen any other survivors anywhere. I've been trying to keep an eye on the woods and stuff, and I even put a waterer back there. So if one of them came out, you know, if they see the fence, they're used to it. Maybe they'll come up and there's a waterer there so they could get some fresh water right there. But, and I put that feed out on the ground over there. I'm not worried about feed. They'll catch enough bugs and stuff back there in the woods to eat, but water is a different thing as dry as it is. So I just don't have a lot of hope that the other 3 or 4 or whatever it is that I missed in counting are going to make it or did make it. But one more piece of good news. I've opened this fence. I folded it all the way back so that they've got the entire run. Hopefully, if there's any chicks that still survive in the woods, they'll see them out here scratching around and want to come back up to their flock. That's my hope. I don't know that there's any that made it. But I called a buddy of mine today. He worked with us several different times. He's a really good guy. And actually, he called me, invited me to lunch, and I was too tied up to go. But I called him back and talked to him. And him and his dad raise a lot of livestock. I'm going to sit in the swing, y'all. And they raise turkeys and chickens and guineas, and, you know, and they buy and sell. They hatch and raise and you buy and sell at the auctions and stuff. So I called and asked him, you know, have y'all got 2 or 3, 4 or 5 laying hens that are laying so that I can have something that's putting out eggs? Because I've got family and customers that are still wanting eggs from me, and I'm getting 0 now, nothing. So I'm not even getting them for myself. And these black sex links and the Rhode Island Reds, it's going to be January and February, maybe even March on the Rhode Island Reds before they start laying. So I've got at least 4 months on the black sex links. And, you know, Rhode Island Reds start around 5 or 6 months. So it's going to be between January and March before they all start laying. And that means I'm, you know, feeding them and taking care of them for all that time with no return. And I can't get eggs to my customers and to my family that want them. And I just don't want to do that. So I offered to buy some already adult laying hens from him, and also offered to buy some turkeys. Well, they had some dogs get there and kill a bunch of their turkeys, and they're down to 5, where they had way more than that. So they actually shot the dogs, solved the problem, but they're down to just 5 turkeys. And like I say, they take the eggs and incubate them and hatch them and all that. So I may not get a turkey from them just because, not right now. But if this one grows up and survives, if it's a male or female, you know, I can always get one from them later when their flock is back up, and try to breed mine. But the black sex link, like I say, it's going to be at least 4 months before they start laying. So it's going to be middle of January, February-ish, somewhere in there, and I'll start getting eggs. Well, that means, like I said, I can't take care of my customers, and I don't even have any eggs to eat for myself, so I'd have to go to the store and buy them, and I just don't want store-bought eggs. So I offered to buy some from them, and he said when he got off work today, he'd go to his dad's and get however many he's going to let me get and put them in their small pen. And when he gets off work tomorrow, he'll go back with a Kindle or something and grab them and bring them out to the house for me. So hopefully tomorrow, if everything works out, I'll be getting a few more adult hens so that I can start getting eggs. And, you know, I got 3 roosters. One might not make it, but the other 2, Junior and Sue, will, I hope. And, you know, that'll give them some hens that they can be with and fertilize and all of that. And I could start incubating again. See, I can't even do that because of this. But anyway, he told me they had an abundance of chickens, hens that are laying, and they also have eggs running out their ears. He said he'd bring me some eggs to eat and to incubate. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. If I get a few laying hens, I can do that myself. I'd like to have 5. You know, that'll give me enough eggs to supply everybody and leave a few for me. So it'll be okay. I can get by with that. I've been getting by with 2, but every week people ask me for eggs and I just don't have them. So anyway, I feel like that's progress. I'll call and check with him either later this evening or tomorrow and see if he's going to get that done for me. And, you know, if I have to, I'll load this kennel up that I've got and go. It's not far from where I live. This Andersonville, Georgia. You know, his dad lives there, and so do I, just on opposite ends. So I can ride over there and load them in my kennel and bring them back if I need to. But that's good news. I did find somebody with some, and you know, that's going to help me get back in the egg business as well as help grow my flock a little faster. Look at that. How'd that sex link get over on the other side? How did that, I mean, what? It's on the side with Sue. And now it wants back over here. He must have went under the fence because the dog bent it all up, and I stretched it back down, but it doesn't look like it's on the ground. So I'm going to have to go over there and try to stretch it back down toward the ground. Yep. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all following along, hitting the subscribe button, and liking the videos and commenting and all that good stuff. It really makes a big difference for me on my small channel, and it means more to me than you know. So, oh yeah, that wire's way up off the ground. I had it pulled down yesterday, but when I opened it today, I guess it bent just right, and look at that. Coming way up off the ground. That's where the dogs have beat it up. I know, y'all's view sucks. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put my feet on it. Stretch it back down toward the ground. That's only a couple inches off. I can slide my foot under, but let's see if I can. Yeah, that'll keep the babies from going through. Sue looks a little worse for wear. He lost some tail feathers and got a few little, scrapes on him. But Junior got more than that. His comb and all is bloodshot red. So I know he took a lot more. And like I say, I got him on video fighting back with them. So looks like he may have even broke some of his spurs. And Sue spurs, one of them must have broke off. The other one's a lot longer. So they did their job trying to survive, and they did. So I'm going to get off here, guys. I appreciate y'all. Remember what I always tell you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.